Wifey, I got you flowers this morning. Do you like these?
Sure.
Yeah. Romantic breakfast.
Yes, it is.
Now this is the first time we've sat down and had breakfast on the trip like this, right?
The first time, and not a quick breakfast, and not a just
rushing out the door with a Pop-Tart.
Whatever, and that's it. Yeah. Show your breakfast.
So today is Monday, May 15. It's the beginning of Mental Health Awareness Week, and we're making sure we take care of our mental health. We've been pushing the limits on this trip so far. We're slowing down, making sure we eat properly, and this morning we're having a great breakfast. So yeah, balance is important. Mental health awareness, make sure you do it. Okay, we're just about to leave Bideford this morning, and you've had a good sleep.
I did.
And a big breakfast, like a very big breakfast, yes. And don't be fooled by her size, yeah? She can eat a lot of food. So we're leaving the Royal Hotel. Thank you for having us, a wonderful hotel. If you're coming to Bideford, stay at the Royal. It's a beautiful place. We had, I think, the best night's sleep we've had.
One of the best.
We're refreshed, we're ready to go. It's freezing cold this morning, and I'm going to run off to Barnstaple, and I'm going to meet this little girl there. We've got a surprise for you in Barnstaple today, so keep watching the video because you'll be able to see it. So goodbye, kiss.
Goodbye.
And we'll see you all soon.
Yeah, see you.
Okay, we're using a service called Help Me Angela. Fantastic service. It's an app that we put on our phones, and it tracks us wherever we go in the UK. Luisa's got one on her phone, I've got one on my phone. Luisa knows where I am, and I know where Luisa is 24/7. If we get into trouble, we can hit a button and we're straight through to the police. So it's a fantastic service. So if you've got kids out there and you're worried about their whereabouts and their safety, then Help Me Angela, check it out. Fantastic service. We're using it through the entire run through the UK. Thank you to Michelle and the team at Help Me Angela for supporting us, and Elizabeth, who's been instrumental in supporting us through customer service. So it's a wonderful service. Luis is just setting me up for the day so we can head off. The other thing the service has is it also lets two guardians know where we are. We've got Captain Ian Braid on our team and Rob Shotton, who are our guardians, and they also know where we are the whole way along the route. So it's done by GPS. Brilliant service. Help Me Angela, get onto it. The old Barnstaple railway station, or railway line, stopped here and is no longer. So once we get to that end, I'm going to be taking the Tarka Trail today through to Barnstaple. Fantastic. This is magical. Look at this morning. Coming out of Barnstaple, coming out of Bideford, I should say, heading to Barnstaple. I'm on the Tarka Trail this morning. No cars today, folks. Am I a happy man? Absolutely fantastic. And I've got the new Nova Blast on. I love these shoes so much better. Oh, life is good. Mental Health Awareness Week, this week, and we've got to make a difference, all of us. Let's do it. It's a hugely important week, as every week is when it comes to mental health. So I would like to challenge all of our partners and our sporting friends across the UK, England athletics, Scottish athletics, Welsh athletics, the RFU, the Welsh Rugby Union, the Scottish Rugby Union, and all other sports. Let's come together to work on mental health solutions, and not just talk about how important it is, but how important it is to get solutions in place that are funded and supported and sustainable. Lots of people talking, we want more action. So this week is the week for us to come together united and say no more. We don't want to lose any more lives. Enough is enough. And I'm not doing 1,000 miles to come up empty-handed, folks. So let's put our heads together, you're all invited to our conference at the end of this run in July, so we can put solutions in place for athletes, for coaches, for officials. The sporting family needs to be looked after more, and I'm doing this run so we can make a difference, not so we can just talk about it. So here we are on the banks of the River Tor, heading to Barnstaple this morning. Absolutely freezing, wind chill factor of about -5 and you know what, I'm loving it. I'm loving this run. It's so good, so good. Mental Health Awareness Week, day number 1. Let's do it, folks. Okay, I'm on the Tarka Trail. Until early 19th century, Instow was a tiny hamlet. However, the arrival of the railway in 1855 and the increasing popularity of seaside holiday brought both hordes of visitors and development. The signal box, built in 1861, is the only one of its kind remaining in the southwest of England. There we go, a bit of history for you today, folks, as I run along the Tarka Trail. Look at this, the old railway platform is right here. Wonderful. Great little place, Instow. I've got to thank David at Bideford Rugby Club for telling me about this trail, because I didn't know anything about it, and I would have spent another day on the roads running. And this is beautiful. David, thank you so much. The rugby family helps out again. Thoroughly enjoying this run now as I'm away from the wind for a little bit, and it's gorgeous here, folks. Absolutely gorgeous. I've decided to make this video today for everybody watching who doesn't believe that they can do something with their life, because you can. And I'm a little guy from a place called New Plymouth, Taranaki in New Zealand, and I'm currently running 1,000 miles through the UK to try and make a difference. I'm no one special, I don't have any education, I just believe in my values, and I believe in doing good, and I believe in working hard. And if you do all those things, you can achieve anything in your life you ever wanted to. So there's my message for you this morning. If you're doubting yourself, if you haven't got a lot of self-belief, turn it around, because you can achieve anything you want. And that journey can start today, because it just takes the first step. That's all you need to do. Okay, so go and give it a shot, whatever it is you're dreaming about. And if you don't have a dream right now, that's okay, but when it comes along, grab it hard with both hands, and don't let anybody stop you or tell you that you can't do it, because you can. Okay, thanks. This is a glorious run today. I'm loving it. I've got 5 kilometers to go, folks, and look at this trail. It's just superb. Absolutely gorgeous. Boy, if I get it like this for the rest of my run, I'm gonna be a happy man. I don't want to go back onto those roads again. Absolutely gorgeous. Puppies out walking, people on bicycles, people walking, having cups of tea. Welcome to England. Say hello to my puppy in Mexico.
Say hi.
Say hello. What's your name?
Bert.
Bert. Can you say
Bertie.
hello to Oscar for me?
Say hello,
Say
Oscar.
hello, Oscar. Oh, you're a beauty too, aren't you?
Come on. Are you running the coastal path?
Land's End to John O'Groats.
Oh, good luck.
I'm just about to tuck into a new sponsor's product. Resilient Nutrition. Thank you, Ali and the team. And Scott putting me in touch. And when people are in a tough situation, they still reach out and help, and that's what Ali's done. Ali McDonald, thank you very much, mate. Gonna enjoy these energy bars and all the other stuff you gave me. And my challenge is going to be from keeping Luisa from eating it all. So she's into it. And yeah, thank you very much for supporting the Run For Rugby UK 2023. Nothing like making sure your nutrition is dialed in for mental well-being, folks. And look at this. Here's Barnstaple in the distance. I'm getting closer, about 4 or 5k to go. I was a little bit out with my distances this morning. Gonna run a little bit further than I thought, but hey, it's a beautiful day out now. Got the wind behind me, so we're coming in hot. Barnstaple, watch out for this one. Beautiful day, folks. Hope you're having a good one too. I'm having one of those moments again where I don't know if I'm going the right way. I asked a nice couple who are having a coffee along the coastal path here whether or not this is it, and they said, yeah, I think so. Go this way. So it looks like it's added a couple of k's onto my journey, but I'm okay with it as long as I'm going the right way. Oh. Lovely run this morning, really nice. And the day's getting better weather-wise, so that wind was just freaking cold. But I'm out of that now. Heading into Barnstaple, folks. Day 8. Run For Rugby UK 2023. Good to see Sale get up and beat Leicester yesterday in the Premiership semi-final. Rob Shotton from Looseheadz is a happy man today. And we go on to the final, Rob. See what happens at Twickenham in 2 weeks. Okay, it's down here, I think. It's nice, isn't it? Every town you come into, whoa, just about lost it. Every town you come into, you come across a bridge. There's another one. Barnstaple, welcome. I'm here. You're welcome. Beautiful. Check this out. River Tor. On a windy, cold day, but lovely. Is Joe here? Are you Joe?
Yeah.
I'm Mark the runner.
Oh, are you doing alright?
See you in a while, mate. I just arrived.
Of course, are you?
Okay. See you soon. Okay, just scared the hell out of Joe, the guy I'm going to meet later. And yeah, going to try and find out where I go here. I'm lost again. Taxi drivers, bloody brilliant people. He put me on the right straight. Okay, what do we got, folks? 16 kilometers so far today. So nice gentle warm-up run. And according to my new taxi friend, I'm not far at all. He said just down here, so we should all be seeing the wifey pretty soon, I'd say, if I go the right way. Running through Barnstaple, man on a scooter coming to the Conservative Club. The wife won't be there, that's for sure. She ain't conservative. Wifey! 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 Oh, I've made it. Look at this, how beautiful this is. Beautiful. Oh, here she comes. Here she comes. Running. Come on, wifey, run. Run, wifey. You got sore legs, wifey. From there. What? From sitting there. Oh my God, we got to get you training. Come here. Give me a love.
Oh God, you're right.
Oh God. Oh, that was a little run. That was bigger than a little run. Hey. And the headwind the whole way.
Yes, it's so
freezing cold. So you got here okay?
Yeah,
obviously.
All good.
And oh my goodness, I thought I was in for an easy day. I thought this was going to be easy. But let's get cleaned up, have a shower, and we're off to do a couple of exciting things in Barnstaple. So come with us. This is going to make me go faster, folks. Thanks to Joe's helping me out today.
Psychologically, isn't it?
We've arrived at the beautiful Barnstaple Rugby Football Club. We're here, we're going to meet a couple of people, and it's a windy, sunny day, 16 degrees in beautiful Barnstaple today. Okay, we've just arrived at Barnstaple Rugby Club, and this man's got nothing to do with this place, but he's come all the way. He's come all the way to see us.
How you doing?
Steve, introduce yourself, mate.
I'm Steve. I am the director of Rugger Coffee.
Now, Rugger Coffee, if you haven't tried it, my lovely wife's going to be trialling this throughout the rest of our trip. Steve has graciously given us some of his product. I don't drink coffee, but that's to the bonus of my wife. She's going to be drinking it all. But Steve, I want you, if you can, just to repeat the story you told us about why you got into Rugger Coffee, mate.
Sure. So, yeah, basically off the back of a close family member of mine taking his own life a couple of years ago, and wanting to make a difference, really, not being able to climb mountains or run marathons at the time because of an ankle surgery. So trying to think of something a bit different, and yeah, coffee and rugby was a good combination as a platform to do that. Awesome.
So we've got a man here who started a business on the back of mental health, and he's helping us enormously, not just with providing coffee but contacts and support, and that's what it's all about. We're supporting each other as a global rugby family with this endeavour to get through the UK, and I would never be able to achieve this with my wife if we didn't have all these wonderful people helping us out. So Steve's come along to talk to us today. We're really keen to look at how we can support Looseheadz more, to get their mental health support into more clubs. We're realising some of the challenges around that now, Steve, as well. So we've got funding issues, we've got education as well, making sure that coaches are equipped to be able to deal with mental health in their clubs. A lot of the directors of the clubs also are fighting just to keep their clubs alive. So there's financial pressures there, which causes mental health issues, right? And then you've got players that are injured, and they're facing anxiety and depression and out of contract as well. So there's a lot of things going on that we need to take care of, and this guy's helping the cause. So whenever you see this stuff around, how do people get hold of Rugger Coffee, Steve, online?
Yeah, just jump online. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, and our website as well, so give us a Google.
Fantastic. And you're going to be seeing lots of posts from us about Rugger Coffee as we head towards John O'Groats over the next 62 days, folks. 62 days to go. Insane, isn't it? But here we are, we're standing in the sunshine at Barnstaple, and we're going to meet up with someone from the club this afternoon. So listen, thanks very much for coming to see us, Steve.
No worries.
Fantastic to meet you, first of all. Heard a lot about you, and you're a guy that's making a difference, so let's see what we can do together, right?
Looking forward to it.
Brilliant. What do you actually do? You know, what can we do? Where's the answer? So if you left here and we then sat down with a template to go, that's great, we need to appoint a trained welfare officer, mental welfare officer for the club, from the juniors right up through.
Yep.
And that person's picture's on the wall, so everyone can see who it is and they can make private contact with that person to have a discussion at any time. But the person also needs to be trained in the right way to be able to deal with the issues that different people have. So I think we'd be very interested in getting someone trained up in the right way, down the right path, and then appoint a welfare officer, a mental health officer that everyone would have access to.
So that's what Looseheadz does. So the charity that I'm supporting on this run, they will come out and they'll sit with you and they'll say, right, this is what we would create at your club, which is a mental health lead.
Yeah.
Exactly the person you're talking about. They will be trained by Looseheadz in making sure they understand what's required as the first step of acknowledging that there's a mental health situation in that person. Okay? Then what Looseheadz is doing is they're working in association and collaboration around experts within the mental health field. So there's going to be a support line.
Yeah.
Do you know about this? The support line? Yeah? Okay. So there's going to be a support line that's available 24/7 to somebody who's feeling, okay, I'm not quite right today, I need to talk to somebody. So they'll have access to that person. But there'll be someone present here at the club all the time that's the mental health lead and the ambassador for
Looseheadz. Chain to follow.
Yeah. So that's the first step in the process. And then they need to come out and they need to sit with you and go, okay, we need to have an education process within the club around mental health. How do we support it? How do we fund it? How do we get the right people who've got the expertise to actually be able to manage it, right? So that's what Looseheadz does. So I'm here today to say, right, I want to open the door for you to Looseheadz. They come out to do that step. We hold them accountable for doing that. And after that, you work together with Looseheadz to decide how big you want that to go within your club, right? What I'm trying to encourage is these signs around the grounds is talking to these sponsors about, look, we need to do something about mental health in our club. We need to contribute some of that money, or you give us a bit more each year to put in specifically for mental health.
Yeah.
You know, I've said to Looseheadz that by the time I leave the UK on the 25th of July, I want to have 3 massive global partners in place with Looseheadz, corporate businesses that will fund this mental health support at a big level, because we're talking about millions of pounds that are required right across the country. So that's going to be one of my roles that I'm doing on this run, is to liaise with those businesses to say, right, this is what we're doing for mental health within the rugby community, and we want you guys to come on board to sponsor and be part of that. So that's where the money's going to potentially come from, but we also want the local clubs to talk to these partners about what you want to do with mental health.
Yeah.
Because if you go to one of those and they'll say, yeah, it's nice to have a sign at the ground, but if they know that some of their money's going into mental health support at the club, it takes them up another level. They'll probably want to get engaged a little bit more. Now, this guy's running a business around mental health and supporting all these charities and everything else because he's passionate about it.
Yeah.
Right? And if someone approached him and said, like we did, support us on our run, he's jumping all over to help out. So all these businesses here, if you made them aware of the mental health focus that the club would like to have to protect its people and their welfare, they'll step up as well, I'm sure. So that's what we want to encourage, but there has to be conversations about that, right? So you guys at the club, you know these people, I have no idea. And you can say, look, we want to put a mental health thing in here. We've got Looseheadz as our mental health partner. This is what they'll do for us. They have a system that's black and white for you to look at. You can take it out and show people and sponsors and say, this is what we want to invest in our club. And that's what we want the outcome to be. Simple as that. But step 1 is getting Looseheadz in here so you can see the tangible difference they can make. That's the important thing. It's not just talk, tangible difference. They have a toolkit they've designed, which is a step-by-step process around identifying mental health, having a lead in the club, and then supporting that process. The next step they're working on now is they've just got Capgemini, big global partner of rugby. They've just got them on board as a partner last week. Capgemini is going to build them an IT platform that will link every rugby club in the UK together. So you can actually share information around about mental health, events that can be held, Looseheadz ambassadors and where they are and who can come to your club. So that's obviously going to take a little bit of time to build, but it's in the process. So Capgemini, big global company, one of the biggest sponsors of rugby worldwide, is coming on board with Looseheadz to do that. I've got to meet with Vodafone and Looseheadz in Cardiff when I get there. Vodafone are looking at stepping in a big way with Looseheadz to support mental health as well. Okay? So it's beyond talk now, it's going into action, and I'm like you, I want to see stuff getting done rather than people coming out and talking to me, right? And that's the action that I want to hold Looseheadz accountable for, because I'm doing this on their behalf, and by the time I leave I want to have those things in place. So I'd love to see you start that initiative by talking to Looseheadz, you guys, right? If you're not already. Have you had chats with Looseheadz before, Johnny?
We did the end of last year,
Yeah.
didn't I? I got some mock-ups done. And then that was about it, really.
But again, it's too few volunteers doing too much work.
Exactly.
We need to appoint a specialist
Yep.
that can just be that one person focused on that one job.
Yep.
And it's their sole job at the club is
Yeah.
to do that.
That's
'Cause
what it needs.
And it's just
Right.
finding the right person
Okay.
that's keen, wants to get involved, and wants to see it through, not just step in for 6 months but to keep going.
Do you think you
year
might have
after
someone
year.
that in your network that might be able to do that?
Yeah, it's a girl approached me last year. Her kids play in the junior section, and she asked what we had in place,
Yep.
and was there a pathway to be trained to be the club mental health. And I said, look, when we get the off season, let's get to the off season when we've all got a bit more time,
Yep.
and we'll sit down and we'll see if we can work something out and find a pathway
Okay.
for you to become the club's, mental health officer.
Yep.
Which is, it's fantastic that somebody came to us.
Yep.
We didn't have to go and ask for it. She
Yeah,
came,
That's brilliant.
and not everyone's that lucky, but
No.
we were. So yeah.
So what we saw at Bideford yesterday with this Emma Townsend lady that we're talking about, she's the Looseheadz ambassador at the club. She's supported by Looseheadz to do the mental health initiation within the club. And from what I saw yesterday, and you saw it, it's working brilliantly well because she's supported by Looseheadz, right? She's learning more and more about the mental health thing, and now she's going to have these tools around her to be able to do the job. So if we could see someone like her in every club,
Yeah.
it'd be awesome. Absolutely awesome, right? And that's my goal by the time I leave. So.
I think that's our next step, and that's down to us. Our next step is to
Good.
get that person in place.
I know that we would never work. I know that someone would get hurt. I think I have to let you go. Should be easy, but it's not. 'Cause the problem is I love you. What to do? I count to 3 when you're next to me.